Here we are again. Welcome back. It is 2:59 p.m. It is April 29th. It's Tuesday. And if you want to just sit with me for a little while here in this time, let's do that together. So find your breath. Feel how your body expands to receive it. Feel how your body relaxes to release it. Release the neck. Get comfortable in your feet, feet on the floor, toes free. Get comfortable in your seat. Whether you are sitting in a chair, whether you are sitting on the floor, whether you are sitting outdoors in a nature scene, whether you are standing, whether you are laying down, just be in your body and notice where your body meets the rest of the earth. Maybe it's your feet, maybe it's your seat. Maybe it's the way that the cold air touches the inside of your sinuses, the way that your ribs and diaphragm move inside the body to receive breath down into the lungs. Put your hands on your chest or your belly or literally anywhere else and feel the boundary between your body, between the inside and the outside. And enjoy the sensation of breath moving inside of your body. Nice and slow, 360 degrees all the way around. Breathing all the way out, all the way out. Feel your belly. Breathe all the way in, just to feel it, just to see what kind of range that you have to work with. And it is now 3:03 p.m. on Tuesday, April the 29th of 2025. And I am speaking again from the clinic space in East Tennessee. Hmm. I didn't really have a plan for what we needed to talk about. It's not true at all. I have stuff written on a whiteboard, but I hadn't really decided what we needed to talk about. What I find myself wanting is to be able to offer more and more clarity about what it is that we're doing here. More and more clarity. So, this is my clinic space. This is my workspace. I am a licensed doctor of physical therapy. I am a certified pelvic rehabilitation provider. I work with bodies. I understand bodies. That is my formal training. I have seen a lot of bodies. I have touched a lot of bodies. And I have a lot of history living in one, in my body, making peace with that whole having a body thing. It gets complicated. But you've heard me say before that everything is energy. We know that. That's the science, is that everything is energy. And energy happens in two sort of silos that we can think of in terms of the physics of it is it's either kinetic, meaning it's moving, or it's in potential form, which means that it's not moving. It's in a structure. It's in a structure. It's in material. Physical material is condensed energy. And everything else, like temperature fluctuation, is moving. That's kinetic energy. And energy flows, and that's how it works. And the virtue of the flow, the wave, shows us that there's polarity, there's up and down, there's fluctuation. Everything's always changing. Nothing is ever truly static, no matter what it looks like externally. We know that at the cellular level, at the molecular level, at the underpinning fluid matrix energetic reality that exists, there's movement, there's flow, there's vibration, there's rhythm, there's duality, positive, negative, light, dark. And these are principles that have been around for thousands of years, and they are scientific principles, and they present themselves really beautifully in the human body. And it became noticeable working through and with human bodies. These principles became really noticeable. They became really apparent. And what we also know is true inside the human body is that mind matters. The way we think about things, our mood, our mental health, all of that matters a lot. And when I say that, I mean it literally, that what's going on in our minds materializes in our body. Mind matters. So our psychology and our mental health and our mood matters a lot in that it becomes part of our physiology and it creates patterning in our body. It creates feedback cycles between what's going on in the mind, what's going on in the physical tissue, And over time, those energetic patterns literally materialize and it creates tissue changes over time, like stiffness or inflammation or pain, congestion, any number of things that are real, physical, tissue-based, observable manifestations that have a relationship with what's going on for you psychologically, what's going on for me psychologically. They're connected. They're correlative. That's good to know, right? Seems good to know. I get excited about it. I get excited about it because it makes me feel empowered. It makes me feel excited to work with my body and go for a walk and lift some weights and do some stretches and breathe into all of it and experience what it's like to be me inside of my body. And I learned that um, in yoga, they call that prana, that energy flow, that vital energy. In other martial arts, they call it chi, and they spell it a few different ways. And there is more complexity to those specific definitions than I can speak to right now. But the idea of our vital energy as an intrinsic force in our body is not new. Again, it's not new. And it's scientifically verifiable. So, as a scientifically trained, educated person, these are the principles that inform my practice with my clients. And it can create opportunities for really powerful physical experiences, like healing from an injury, like getting strong enough to do something really fun and exciting, like experiencing pleasure in your body because it is pleasurable to exist inside of your body because you have a relationship with your body that is healthy and balanced and nourishing. And that's hard to do if you're hurting. That's hard to do if you have physical limitations, real, mundane, earthbound physical limitations in strength and mobility, pain, other sensory experiences that just like do not compute, that they are uncomfortable, that they are exhausting. It's hard. it zaps the energy, it depletes the system. And that doesn't feel good. All right, I have my foot on the desk. I'll take it off. That doesn't feel good. And that's the name of the game of it for me, is that life can be pleasant. Life in a human body can be pleasurable, not just pain-free, but pleasurable. And we all have a voice in this conversation that's happening between mind and body. We have a voice there. There's a lot of it that runs on automatic, unconscious. It's in your endocrine system, it's in your hormones, it's in our hormones and endocrine system and neurological feedback loops that form over time based on a number of factors. A lot of that's automated, which means that sometimes these things have been spinning for a while, and sometimes there's a lot of momentum and a lot of gravity in those patterns. And I recognize that we can't necessarily just like, oh, step out of them. Even if we are aware of them, we can't just, we can't, doesn't matter anymore. Sometimes we can not plug in my microphone this whole time. So we'll see what the sound sounds like. Technology. Currently accepting volunteers for my IT squad. What were we saying? Mm, I don't know. I don't know. I know we were talking about pleasure. I know we were talking about unconscious momentum. Yeah. See, what is it about me? I didn't have the microphone plugged in. I have it pinned on me. I turned it on. I paired it ahead of time. And I had literally sort of stuck it like behind my computer instead of into the port. Self-sabotage of these things. It's just more fun with a live audience. Like it's more fun. And that's a big part of it for me too. Is that like let's have fun. Let's find ways to access fun in our bodies. We need it. We are in the middle. I don't know if it's the middle, the midst of a humanitarian emergency of misery in the general population. People are hurting. People are sick. People are mentally unwell in whatever way. And knowing what I know, I don't think it needs to be this bad. I think that we have the technology to redefine the human experience. And it's real and it's scientific and it's powerful and it's old. It's old. It's been here. And if you've studied yoga, and I do say study, that yoga is a technology. So if you've studied yoga, if you've studied qigong, if you've studied Ayurveda, if you've studied meditation, if you've studied visualization, if you were a high school athlete and your coach told you to imagine yourself doing the thing and you did and it helped, that's what we're doing. And it works, which is neat. And the part of it that I think I will end with is that it gives you, the operator of the body, it gives you ownership of your experience. And it gives you ownership of your evolution. Change over time. Everything changes, energy flows. So I, as a human person with a psychology and a body that exists in linear time space, I evolve over time. And so does everything else. And this integrative technology, this integrative understanding, approach, perspective, energetically informed. It gives you ownership, creative ownership of the evolution of your experience. Let's get those injuries healed. Let's get those pains soothed. Let's get the unrest and the unwellness wherever it is cared for. We all benefit. We all benefit. The more of us there are that are well, the better we're all going to be. This is on an indefinite timeline. This is just philosophy. A rising tide lifts all ships and that sort of thing. society grows great when old men or women or whatever plant trees under whose shade they know they will never sit. I'm in it for the species, you know. And I think the species evolves successfully from successful individuals who can find health and wellness in their bodies and teach their grandchildren how to do it too. So I've been learning about this by working with my body and by working with clients via their bodily experiences. And I feel a lot of gratitude for every body that I have ever interacted with. And gratitude is important because gratitude feels good. Reciprocity feels good. It's nourishing. It's calming to the nervous system. It's good for us to feel reciprocity, to feel community, to feel connection with something that is outside of us. Maybe it's just a beautiful place in nature or a peaceful place to be sitting that we can feel some connection with. Maybe it's a pet or a house plant. Maybe it's a friend or a partner or a family member. Maybe it's a community. Maybe it's a more spiritual thing for you. It's all good. Did it again. It's all good. And it feels good. And that's how we know it's good. And if it doesn't feel good, let's get curious about it. Let's investigate that and find out why not. We have the technology. So stay with your breath, stay with your body, and let it feel good. And if you had any feelings or questions or anything else while we've been talking, get them to me. Get them to me because this is fun for me. It's supposed to be fun. All right. I'll see you all next time. Thank you.